Welcome back to some Tangle Tower. I'm dear darling, and will we be able to untangle with Mysteries of Tangle Tower, which is, you know, kind of what we're in the middle of right now. Something caused quite a bit of damage. But what? What could have it possibly been? I don't know the answer to this one either. What was affected by powerful... Oh, the Freya's paints were broken by it.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints,
frequency.
the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself.
It resonated with them somehow. They all had the same resonant frequency.
While they were in that room.
That's a remarkable coincidence.
Powerful vibration, enough to crack metal, enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range,
Why did it only affect
how
those
did the
things?
murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too?
Yeah, I think I said that. It was at the end of
They
last
can't have been
episode.
much further away from the gramophone than
They had
Freya.
headphones on. They were much farther away, but they were knocked unconscious. They protected themselves with their headphones
How?
that were dropped. Where are they? With the loot statue?
These
No,
are
with the
some
headphones.
pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
They stole it from Fitz.
Right.
So it's
Let's
someone
go
who knew
over
Fitz had them.
everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What triggered
okay,
it
well, that's a good point.
at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya
Something in
and
the music.
Flora are both
That seems reasonable.
knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the
But it
brush
was
and
the
palette
pink
by
cassette
her
tape,
side.
wasn't
5.
it? So
The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. Door
Presumably.
down, Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it.
So we know it can't be Fitz and Poppy. Well, I mean, it's either Pointer or Hawkshaw, one of them. Either Pointer himself or Pointer pretending to be Hawkshaw
There's
or
something
Hawkshaw.
bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something.
Of course.
Let's go back to the crime scene.
Okay, go to Flora's tower. I mean, I don't think we have anything else to do. What's bothering you, Sally? What have you put together that we haven't? Flora's not here anymore.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Sure of it? Sorry, slight pause there. The answer is in the painting. The feather. Don't know. The
I
sky.
can see the stars.
They're pretty. There's not a lot of light pollution over here.
I can see the stars.
Paints. The potted
And
plant.
it's in the book.
What?
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 Look.
That's it? It's been in the library for a long time. Penny says the book is outdated. Spurred has been extant for a number of years. What? Eats the seeds of a tantum amica. This is a tantum amica? How is I meant to... Oh, it is! Her paints... What's bothering you, Sally? The gramophone? How did the bug get triggered?
It's dark.
I don't remember anything particularly weird happening in the pink cassette tape, but maybe something did, and that triggered the bug? I'm not sure, but it's the last thing we need to put everything together.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
There's 2 plants. No? We can't, like, interact with any of these, so it's something else we need to click on.
It's dark.
The door? Not the door. The eye in the ceiling. What have I not interacted with? Her paints?
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Did you? With these paints? How? How would she leave a clue? if she was dying. I mean, there's golden paint here. Poppy says that Freya would mix all the colours she would need before starting her painting, but she never used this one. I actually feel like I did point this out. She was like, she never used this paint. Red substance of her palette and brush was discovered to be blood, not paint. I don't know if blood's got that sort of viscosity. Sally's thought of something. Was she gonna paint the beetle?
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
The feather?
Ink dip feather?
We saw it in the
was
incinerator.
In this room. Where'd it go?
We never found it. We found it somewhere else.
We found it somewhere else.
Apologies, I keep getting interrupted. I'm also not saying as much because I'm actually like super focusing on the story now. I feel like I should give it the room it deserves, you know?
So it was stolen from the crime scene.
And burned.
Ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to
It meant to
destroy it,
be,
I guess.
yeah,
How?
destroyed evidence.
How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah.
Out the
and
window,
then what?
and then
The murderer
retrieved
could have
it?
stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the gramophone, it's in the unfinished painting, it's in Flora's egg. What? I mean, presumably it's in the painting, but still. Sorry. So interrupted. Alright. I feel like this always happens in finales of these series. Something always goes really, really weird in them. Okay, it's in the gramophone, in the unfinished painting, or in Flora's egg. Gramophone. I can't think of a reason why it'd be in the gramophone. Because presumably, when we selected it as an item, it was something that we searched. It's in the unfinished painting. I don't know what it would be in the unfinished painting. I could see maybe in her paints. I still don't understand why she's got golden paint. Unless she was going to paint the golden beetle. Or maybe, I don't know, it just seems weird she didn't use it yet, but she's already painted the sky. Because that's the only thing I would have thought she'd use it for. Inside Flora's egg, I thought we researched that properly, so this is my guess.
Unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder.
Kind of.
She'd finished it, and then I could be totally sure.
It's
Sure
true she
what,
never
babe?
finished it. But she did intend to finish it.
Meaning,
Yeah.
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
What? What? How did Freya show us her intentions for painting? This one, again, lost on me. Completely. What? Through a brush and palette?
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Yeah. This isn't actually paint. It was going to be used to paint. Is a Merton or something I'm sitting with it. Drop a being about as part of Flora's dress. Freya lost is a murder weapon. What? This sketch. Dripped onto the canvas. What? Was added by the murderer. So. But why would the murderer add yellow paint? Brown and grey. Paintbrush, blood. I do like how they, you know, not to give it away completely, they actually let you select basically everything. It must be this yellow paint because it's not been used, and she always prepares everything in advance. Isn't actually paint. Was going to be used to paint this sketch, but why? Of something sitting in the window?
The yellow paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
It's another plant though, isn't it?
Something in the window.
How much is that something in the window? The golden beetle?
That's not it.
Okay. A bird? What? A potted fruit. The 4 feathers. The what? the empty egg, not on the window. Doesn't make sense. Okay, what makes sense? A bird. It's like the only yellow thing. But why would Penny's bird be there? And why would that be relevant at all? She's trying to paint something. What would she be trying to paint that'd be relevant? Tangle Tower. The other tower. Maybe?
That's not it.
Okay. I was like, maybe the pointy tower. I'm grasping at straws. The 4 feathers, because it's yellow.
That's not it.
The bird. Why? I don't understand this reasoning. Oh, it was a bird, not a plant.
There she is.
Tabitha.
Our little thief.
She stole a feather.
How long has it been there?
Penny? What?
Did it hear the whole conversation?
Why?
She did,
It's Hawkshaw.
but she's a very good listener.
Hello, Hawkshaw.
Well now, I think
We're onto your
this
plan?
has quite served its purpose, don't
I saw
you?
a bird. Where the sky? What? Who are you? Penelope?
Penny.
Penny?
Why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind.
But what?
But before we begin, isn't there a certain
Why?
formality demanding our attention?
She's only got one eyeshadow on? What? 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 Why? What? Tie her hands with, I don't know, rope.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far?
What?
I'm ever so curious.
I kind of liked the fake Penny, to be honest. Justice for Freya? I just need to know the truth. No. Justice for Freya? Yeah, kind of. I want to help Freya's friends. Also true. Well, these are both true. But we didn't know Freya's friends until this song. Justice for Freya,
Justice.
probably.
For Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
What?
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She
So
was
you killed her?
possessed of a great energy. The volition to create something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries.
What?
She was truly free.
I guess now I think about it, Hawkshaw and Penelope could have had a similar...
You know what? I
same
just
voice actress?
realized I actually have no idea who Penelope
No?
Pointer really is.
Is this
Weird,
Penny's
isn't
mother?
it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Is it Penny?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you?
What is
In
going
a
on?
few short hours at Tangle Tower.
I don't...
And you feel like you've
I'm so
got
confused.
everyone sussed.
Not really.
Unearthed every single
mean,
one
seeing
of
as
our secrets.
you
Nothing
all
but
hid something.
bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
She's a murderer, she's a mystery, she's lonely.
Suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
What?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us.
That's very
so
true.
why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all.
Okay.
She pales in comparison to those who came before her.
I
and
mean,
to
we're all pretty
those
insignificant
that
in
came
the
after.
cosmos, if you think about it.
Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
This sounds like a
Perhaps
you
you
thing.
didn't notice. Not one of them is happy. Not one.
Did Penny's
So
hair
why
always cover
stay?
her left
Why
eye?
not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you
What?
not?
Yeah?
It lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself.
I mean, there are also less people who do
My
live here.
mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that
But what?
was the first question I wanted answered.
Why they left?
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
Where have they gone?
More than that.
What?
I want to know if I belonged with them. I have no
This is just
place
some
here. Not
wild
among fellows, the Remingtons, or
motivations.
the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else liked
to even murder
some
someone.
common purpose they all shared.
I mean, I guess it's jealousy,
And
but
my purpose too.
it feels so
what
strangely
did you
out of left
actually do
field.
about it?
Nothing I could do at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Okay.
Found what?
The aviary, the attic, the study. The study?
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house.
I wonder if these are actually
It's
like
right
there's actual
next
correct
to a
options,
bedroom.
or it's
I
ones
hear
that
voices at night. Deep
we
And the
decide how the story goes
strangest
depending on what
thing,
we've concluded.
The wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end.
Oh yeah,
Would
I
peel,
remember that.
wallpaper
We went
would
into a room and it was
stay
like, why
up.
is it so hot?
I thought I
'Cause
was
of the incinerator.
cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's
Wait,
there,
wasn't-
it's simple.
Penny's hair
So,
covering her right
come
eye,
to
not her
the
left eye.
study
Why did she
and
only do
found
makeup
the
on her right side?
incinerator.
It might have moved me
That
way around, I
must
can't
have been a
remember.
relief, right?
It was.
And also, how
still
did she get
warm
from
when I found it.
the aviary to where Hawkshaw is all the
Looked
time?
inside.
And how did what? Hold on. Does that add up with the stories? I guess no one saw Penny apart from Hawkshaw, right? The only people who saw Hawkshaw was Professor Pointer. So that can add up. And Fitz also saw Hawkshaw afterwards. What? This is weird.
Let's see how thorough you've been.
Okay.
Tell
Oh, maybe
me,
this is meant to be a final
Do
test
you
of how
know
much
what
we
a
learn.
misted is?
Misted.
It's like those 4 animal things. Missed it, sure, yeah.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
Did
It's a
we saw
collective
the
term
book?
from before my time. Birds,
Before animals.
insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The
Hmm.
mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait.
Overnight?
Mistids. Like cryptids. Like Bigfoot or
I did think
whatever.
this. I didn't say it
Little
though.
egregious, isn't it?
A bit on my
I
nose.
suspect it was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret.
What?
Or
Cryptids
at
aren't real?
least, that was the original plan. As it
I mean-
happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
On
How
Tangle
do you
Tower?
know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found
read
a
everything?
single object that rather changed my life.
You
Something
found-
which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
I have no idea what you found. The book?
That's not it.
Okay. You found in the study. You found a group photo. No, you found the potted flower. Nope. Now I'll get her. You found a damaged tape. You found. I don't understand. This has gone completely out of whack very quickly, and I don't understand what on
That's
earth is
not
going on. or how we came to this. A group photo?
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of
Despite the
Misted
background, it says
Mansion is
Tangle
long
Tower.
past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The
What?
study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you
okay.
track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead.
Lucky?
I found one, and he led me to the rest.
Okay.
And
You
what
murdered them?
happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission.
No, they probably just wanted to like leave a house.
But they
Isn't
hadn't.
this a bit overly
They
dramatic?
were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking
Wha-
escaped mystics. Some
Oh.
claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All five
What?
completely useless to me.
Okay, I
Even
mean,
your own parents?
sad, but
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower.
strange.
Nowhere else to go. Considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision.
To kill Freya? A lowly
There
entomologist.
was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. Fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found
There seems to be many of them in
something
Tangle Tower for some
from
reason.
the era of Mr.
Something in the
Nature.
water. Pointer had found a golden beetle. No. That doesn't... Well, I mean...
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot
like-
be sure. But I theorize
Okay.
he received it in the post.
In the
What?
post? From who?
Who can
I
say?
mean, you can send insects in
Someone
the post,
outside
isn't it?
Tangle
You can buy
Tower.
like 1,000 ladybugs or whatever.
Thought that
in
he
the
would
mail.
be in contact with such a person. All that time, I decided to take what was
You never asked
owed
him?
to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing
beetle?
the beetle turned out to be only the first
What?
step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested,
Not that safe, apparently.
innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a
What-
private
what?
detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the
Okay.
next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though?
Yeah.
Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had a little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me
what?
new advantages, opportunities.
You
But
could have...
Didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
What?
Ah, well, that was one of the
What?
advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state.
This
he was
seems like a
finally
weird way to
willing
go about
share
it.
Some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue.
Oh.
Reluctantly, but still.
So,
So that's from Pointer.
You stole Pointer's research?
I would have done if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the
It's not gold.
90%
Still.
I'm interested in.
You're interested in the 10%?
Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord
This is a lot of
Huntington and
lore
his
dump
wife
exposition.
built a small structure here,
Not
a
exposition,
research
but
station, supposedly. Fast forward
explanations,
2 or
but
3 generations, and as you saw for
it's going over
yourself,
my head.
it's been mostly cleared out.
The
Yes.
ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator.
It seems a bit extreme, to be
However,
honest.
Possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
Okay.
So why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Yeah. What? 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 The Will of Freya fellow. Okay, I mean, this is seems like it's gonna be information we weren't privy to. What? Anything to say about any of this? You just want us to talk to her again? I guess? But well done, Freya Fellow. I don't know why we needed a whole chapter for this, but
Simply
fair enough.
put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
I feel like
Did you know
Grimoire
I
at this
based the
moment.
design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty ominous thing.
That's
That's the first thing I
I
said.
had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality.
Oh, she's got
Freya
recurring
was
nightmares about
probably the
Hawkshaw.
most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite
Apparently
some
no one
time,
can.
she'd been trying
Well,
to
not
break
many
into
can.
Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
If there's nothing
exactly
there,
what I
then
wondered.
why do you
At
care that she did?
first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the Beatles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing
golden
upset
ones?
her significantly.
Or I guess of the non-golden ones.
I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona. The
What?
real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower
Was
that
because of
she
Fifi.
could not get Fiona to agree to come with her. We're
So
now
she
firmly
wants to get
in the realm of speculation.
R-
but
research?
I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would
To the world?
compromise all three families, and perhaps
Does anyone care
somehow
about this? In the
free
world?
Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance.
Sorry, I don't mean to
There
be
was
so
a
negative about
plan
this.
anyway,
I'm just
but
confused.
something
This
happened
is the sort of thing I need to
before
think about
Freya
over, I
could
suppose.
find her way into
It is so out of left
Pointer's
field for me.
laboratory.
She found her way into your study.
It was not the
Found
way I
your
expected us to
notes,
go.
Found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she
Look
put
at
it all
this
together
photograph.
quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
It's just honestly so
Freya had
extreme.
made a
She got like a Kill Bill
promise
outfit on her. I
made
didn't actually realise
as a
until now.
birthday gift.
Not quite the
A
same.
parting gift, no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
Yeah.
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya.
What?
It was for Flora.
Okay.
She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough.
Okay.
I couldn't get
Fair enough,
Flora out
I
of
guess.
the room. But if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Oh,
Why the
okay.
knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That,
I mean, that's not
With
something that she
Fiona.
did. What?
and Poppy too, I suppose, gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very
What?
idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them
What?
initially. Worked
But isn't
on
for everyone who decided to paint it?
So why are you still here?
Yeah.
Take your first chance and leave.
Ah,
Just
well,
go, Penny, go.
I'm waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
She's gonna knock us out. Oh. Go, Reyes, put the headphones on. What? The heck? This entire game just took such a weird turn that I did not expect. She took our boat. What?
What's going on?
Yeah, good question.
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
Hmm.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
Got knocked out?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
14
Really?
minutes?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the
That's
beetle?
good.
In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
Everyone
Yes,
knows
must
about it now?
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you, obviously.
Saved?
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows?
How
She
did you
may
not
have
get
just
knocked
been
out?
checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her.
Why?
Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz
What?
did not want to believe us.
Everyone's a
because he liked
detective?
Penny. A
Fair
lot.
enough.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What?
Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room.
That sounds
By
painful.
the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself.
The only one?
Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I
Okay.
apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
Maybe it can.
So...
What happened to... What about everyone else in the tower?
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did
I
she
feel
take
like...
the beetle
Yeah,
with her?
maybe you shouldn't have been the guard, but...
How do you know?
Because
It's still there?
right here.
Okay.
It's still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Why did Poppy take so long to finish us
Poppy?
off?
What are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone.
You gonna set it free?
I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
Ooh. Wow. Okay, well, as you can tell, oh, it's Kim Lin Tran who directed this. I got extremely confused throughout that. Faye Matter, about the voice of Lulu, Sarah Williams, Fifi Fellow. That's the person who I said, oh, this voice sounds so familiar. She's the voice of Jinx from League of Legends and Peacock from Skullgirls. This game took a crazy turn in my last few chapters, which I didn't quite see coming. I thought it was just like it's a bit of a theatrical, over-the-top game with silly cases, and then I don't know, it was going to be some weird... Well, I guess I was like, there's probably going to be some sort of convoluted reason for the murder in the end, but not what I was expecting, to be honest. But to be fair, they did have a lot of, I suppose, hints dropped from the beginning, because those clues have been there since the beginning. Oh, wow, very small development team. Very impressive game, though. Lovely art style, lovely characters, lovely voice acting. This is the sort of story you need to think about after a while, you know? I am surprised Penny was the secret villain, to be honest. It seems like I can see the reason, but it sort of caught me off guard, I suppose. Penny pointed... Oh! So this is about her development. Yeah, she kept this eye covered. But, Hawkshaw... What? When she revealed herself as Hawkshaw, it was the other way around. Being the real fan favourite, obviously. She's fantastic. Well, this sort of thing, I don't think we should particularly look through now, per se, but... It's a bit... There's quite a few things around here. Which, this is something I'll look through in my own time, but there we go. I guess we've solved the mystery of Tangle Tower. That was a pretty cool game, I'm not gonna lie. The ending, a bit strange, but the rest of it, absolutely fantastically fun. Well, the colourful cast of characters was so incredibly engaging to talk with. Gosh. I believe this is also a sequel game to another game that Detective Grimoire was in again. I wonder if there will be a sequel coming afterwards, I don't really know. But I suppose for now we'll round this up here. So if you have been watching this entire series and been here this entire time, thank you very much. This has been Tangle Tower. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. And links down below. And I hope we can see each other again in our next adventure, whatever it may be. I don't even know what it is right now, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. Wow.